We are here at UCLA on the 2nd of September for part 2 of our persuasive speeches. It's a beautiful day as usual. Sunny. Who could ask for more?
Hi everyone, I'm Kent.
Hi, Ken.
Some of my finest hours and mornings have been spent on my back veranda, smoking hemp and observing as far as the eye can see. This quote is from Thomas Jefferson, our nation's 3rd president, and he was known at the time for tending to his large fields of hemp. If we were doing this today, he would be slapped with a large fine, would be arrested, and could even face some significant jail time. So yes, I'm here today to persuade you all to join the cause for the legalization of marijuana. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you should join this cause, as well as some actions and, of course, some benefits from it as well. Alright, so firstly, I'm going to talk to you about the low relative harmfulness of marijuana in comparison to other common drugs, as well as the ineffectiveness so far of our government's war on drugs. Okay, so there have been several surveys that and research experiments that prove that marijuana is the least addictive drug when put next to such drugs as nicotine, alcohol, heroin, cocaine, and caffeine. A lot of people who don't know this are just going to assume that legal drugs such as alcohol and tobacco are better for you than marijuana, which is not true, and in tobacco's case, as we all know, much, much worse. So also, the access to the current public, especially young teens and young adults, for marijuana is incredibly accessible. It's estimated that between $15 and $20 billion worth of marijuana is sold illegally annually in our country alone. So at a first glance, it's obvious that the war on drugs is not going so well right now. Further statistics from the Huffington Post in 2012 show that 88% of arrests for marijuana were simple possession charges, which means that the person wasn't committing any actual crimes except for having the marijuana on them. And so these people, like I mentioned at the beginning of my speech, are going to face fines, jail time, and they're going to, in some cases, depending where they live, have a criminal charge on their record when these people, we would not perceive them to be criminals at all. Another stat from the Huffington Post is that in 2011, someone is getting arrested every 42 seconds for marijuana. That really puts it in perspective as to how ridiculous it is that we're doing this often, and also just to put it in perspective, every 42 seconds we're arresting someone, we have to put that person in jail, and that's really expensive, and put them through our whole legal process, and that's a lot of money we're spending that could be spent elsewhere. So that's going to bring me to my second reason as to why you should support the legalization of marijuana. And that has to do with the amount of wasted money our government is putting into it, as well as all the excess money we could have from the taxation of marijuana. So already in the United States, there's a couple of states where it's been legalized recreationally, and even further, in other states, it's just legalized on a medicinal level or just decriminalized. And those places are already seeing huge benefits from this in the sense that there is a lot less revenue being spent on jailing people, like I said earlier, and doing all of that. But if it were legalized on a federal level, as I believe it should be, then our government could completely wipe out a lot of money being spent there, as well as add on taxation money. So Jeffrey Miron from Harvard University, he's an acclaimed economist, estimated that ending the marijuana prohibition, all of the revenue going towards that, would save us $7.7 billion. And we could also, annually, $7.7 billion annually, and we could gain another $6.2 billion annually from federally taxing marijuana, and then putting all of that money, of course, into something more useful, like education. So, in conclusion, that's 2 reasons that you should join and support the cause for legalization of marijuana. Next, I'm going to tell you some things that you can do, some actions to help out. So obviously, the number one thing you can do is next time you see it on the ballot, vote for legalization. But besides that, if you aren't into voting or whatever the case may be, you can visit normal.org, NORML.org, and they're like the leading site of legalization, and they have several ways that you can volunteer or just simply make a donation. And once more, to cover the benefits, we're going to see normal people like you and I not having criminal records and not having trouble getting jobs because of it, when really they're just completely average people minding their own business, in most cases at least. And then secondly, our government's huge amount of revenue that we could be gaining, and especially in this recession and with everything that's going on, we know like how important that could be for us. And to tie it back to Thomas Jefferson, if you didn't find it so bad, I don't think you should either. And thank you. That's my speech about legalization.
Thank you very much. 433. Okay. Stand right there now, please. You were all over the map, so I apologize for not being able to follow you everywhere you went, but I tried. Okay, I'd like to hear a light. Where are we? Somewhere in the rear here. Yes, please. Yes.
I liked it
Name?
because I'm Grayson.
Hi,
I do
Grayson.
that every single time. But I liked it because it was like a new topic. Nobody had ever talked about it yet in the class. And I also thought you were very organized, and it made it seem a lot more approachable, the subject. That tends to be a little bit divided.
Okay. Improvement.
Hi, I'm Rita.
Hi, Rita.
I thought it was good, except I think you moved too much. You were coming to the front too much.
Yeah, you were all over the place. Okay, got to be a little more purposeful in your movement. You seem scattered, so it'll enhance your credibility. Ken, you started with a Thomas Jefferson quote about him smoking hemp, and you tied back to that. So you had good bookends, and you basically had a pretty simple message to persuade people to legalize marijuana in the United States. And you had a good thesis and preview, so we knew where you were going and what you were about. When you watch yourself tonight on YouTube, you'll see that you got to rambling a little bit in your first reason. You were kind of all over the place and citing your facts and statistics and stuff, but you kind of got them out. Sometimes it was from the Huffington Post, and they were from some other places. And if you laid it out a little more systematically, it would have been a little bit more effective. And we want to... Huffington Post was 2011 or 2014? 2012. Huffington Post. Yeah, and I noticed and when I looked at your bib, you had the Huffington Post was 2012, but this quote from the Harvard professor I didn't see in your bibliography. So make sure anything you cite you have in your bibliography so that we can. Because you didn't have a year on that study, and that hurt the credibility of that a little bit. On your second reason was we just spend too much money on enforcement. Unfortunately, what I expected to hear at that moment right after you made that claim was just exactly how much we waste or spend on enforcement, incarceration, sort of thing, and the facts and figures. You did give us the Mirror and Harvard quote of how much we would save, but we didn't know how much we're spending now, and that was a little problematic. Your actions were fine of what you advocated people to do. That was reasonable and right on track to vote, to go to these sites and visit them, and you gave them the benefits and tied back to marijuana, and you had a good bit. What were your goals somewhere here?
Well, I wanted my movements to be not what they were, not as perfect, so I still need to work on that.
Yeah.
And then eye contact, which I think I did a better job of in terms of locking onto some people.
Yeah. Ken, if you just move, first reason, second reason, actions back to center and stay in the center for your final thing, you're not going to seem so scattered. I think I would approach it that way, and but otherwise, yeah, I think that I agree with Grossman that this was a topic that most people don't tackle, or they think most people don't want to hear about it. It's already out there or whatever. So you did a nice job. Thank you, Ken. Bye. Okay, Candace Bergman. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, step forward. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see if I can. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah. Just one step back. One step back, yeah. Wait a minute. There we go. Candace stands before you, managing attention, communicating respect, finding friendly eyes near the front and center. Say your name, feel the love. Start your speech.
Hi, I'm Candace.
Hi, Candace.
Before I start my speech, I want to ask a question first. Do you have a habit of smoking? If you do, please raise your hands up. Okay, no one.
Good.
Thank you. According to World Health Organization, there are more than 1 billion people smoking in the whole world, which means 1 in 7 people smokes. And the total number of people dying from smoking each year is estimated to be 6 million people. The data is very surprising. Today, I want to persuade you to quit smoking and do not smoke in the future. I will present 2 reasons and offer 3 actions that and benefits that will follow if you adopt my proposal. The first reason that I want you to never smoke is that smoking harms the health of yourselves and those around you. My support for this is that cigarette contains more than 4,000 chemicals, and over 250 of them are toxic. Smoking is also responsible for 90% of the deaths resulting from lung cancer. In addition, secondhand smoke is not lighter than active smoke. It can also cause many fatal diseases to the people around the smoker. I have seen the lungs of smokers in a museum before, and I felt terrible because they were all black and had many holes on them. I'm sorry.
Second reason.
The second reason that I want you to never smoke is that some careless smokers leave cigarette ends everywhere, which may cause dangerous fires. My support for this is that if people can just give up smoking, 1/5 of fires could be reduced. Several months ago, I read a news report in the website of Phoenix TV that a single man smoked in bed and fell asleep without putting up his cigarette. And this caused a big fire, which burned the mother and daughter lived upstairs to death. I feel both sympathy and angry about this issue because just a little cigarette could cause such a huge and unexpected disaster to the people who were innocent. I feel, and no matter how regretful the man felt, he was responsible to the accident. Third, I want to propose 3 concrete actions that you may take. First of all, if you don't smoke, please never try it. Smoking is addictive. And after 2 or 3 packs of cigarettes, you may find out that you want more. Secondly, if you are already a smoker, there are various ways to quit smoking. I know it's very difficult, but you should always have confidence and determination. Make all your plans and ask for families or friends' supervision. Also, you should be careful about the places to smoke. Lastly, people should find right ways to ease their mind. Because many of my friends smoke to ease anxiety when they are under pressure, but actually the opposite is true. And when you have performed this, you will be healthier, safer, have more money saved, as well as look, feel, and smell better. In summary, I have shown 2 reasons why you should quit smoking and do not smoke in the future. Some concrete actions you may take and some benefits you will get. There's no doubt in this room that you should not smoke. The disadvantages of smoking outweigh the advantages. And persuade your friends and relatives to stop smoking. Let's start from this class right now. Thank you.
Thank you. 352.
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
I like the stories you had. They're really relevant to your topic, and they really got us to think about the implications.
Thank you.
Improvement.
Hi, I'm Logan.
Hi, Logan.
I liked your stories with her, but I thought you could have made the stories more personal, like to yourself. Like if you had like a smoker that did something happen in your family or something, you know?
Yeah, have you ever smoked? Your father or mother smoked something, yeah. Good point, Logan. Well, Candace, let's talk about your speech. I chuckled to myself when you asked for a show of hands and none went up. Ouch. So you didn't have anybody to persuade in here to stop, just not start, right?
But I can still persuade others to
Not
smoke.
start.
Not smoke. Yeah.
Not start. Yes, I know. Fortunately, these people are intelligent and they're not stupid enough to smoke. So that's good. So, but it was kind of an exercise in futility when you have people that don't smoke have to listen to a speech on why they should stop. You did have a good, significant statement according to the World Health Organization. No date. Did you hear me say to everybody, give the date of your statistics orally?
I know the date, but I didn't write anything down.
Yes, but Logan doesn't know the date. Right? Yeah. See, we give it orally so our whole audience knows the date. You understand? Yeah. Same with all your statistics. No dates. And some of your statistics, we didn't even know the source. You said smoking is responsible for 90% of the deaths of lung cancer. Where's that from? We need American Cancer Society. We need to know. Okay, I'll come back to that when I come to the stickiness. Okay. Second reason, fires. I like the fire story of a man going to sleep and burning up the apartment. That was good. That was a good story. Concrete actions, yes. Don't start. Don't let others. That was good. Benefits were good. Summary, conclusion, and tieback were all fine. Let me suggest, Candace, how this speech could be more sticky. I wouldn't have done this speech to start with because I would have asked around first to see how many people smoked. And, no one smokes, whatever, right? That's the first thing. But, okay, so you did it. That's fine. What was unexpected? What was unexpected in this speech? Remember, we go through the 6 steps when we're designing our speech to make them sticky. What was unexpected? What did you put in this speech that was unexpected?
The number, the statistics. Because I think the data is.
Because what?
Because the number of people dying from smoking.
The high number you thought was unexpected. Okay. So you want to put something in unexpected to grab the audience, to grab and hold their attention. Okay, the next thing is credibility. And I felt the speech lacked credibility because you failed to cite your statistics and say where they came from and the dates. So it could have had more credibility. I didn't think it was too abstract. It was concrete enough. That was fine. Emotions. Not too many emotions here.
I try to be convincing, but I don't think
You don't have to answer this if it's too personal, but does your mother, father, sister, brother, grandmother, grandfather smoke?
yeah.
Yes? Perfect. Why not talk about them? No, you don't have to go any further, but that's what I meant by some stories. And my father smokes 3 packs a day, and I worry he's going to die young, and he won't see his grandchildren, and I worry a lot about this, and this makes me very sad.
Because my grandmother smoked, but she is 86 now, but she's healthy.
She's healthy. So it contradicts your thesis, huh? Yeah. Well, anyway, you kind of get my idea, right? That we needed every good story that's sticky needs emotions. And I didn't get too many from you today, Candace. And then stories, I didn't get many stories about you, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother. Have you ever smoked?
Yeah, I tried once.
Okay, I thought it would have been interesting.
No, I don't like the smell.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, anyway, so you did it. Those are some things you could do to improve, to make your speech more sticky, okay? Thank you. Okay, next. I have to use my green stapler. You like that green stapler?
Yeah.
Pretty nice, huh?
And 4 pages, and here's the outline.
It's like your dog ate your homework. Wait a minute, you're tall.
The raw position.
No, one step forward. I don't want you looking like you're kissing the wall, and one step over that way. Okay. And managing attention, they're talking again, communicating respect non-verbally, finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Say your name, feel the love, start your speech.
Hello everyone, I'm George.
Hi, George.
It is said that Napoleon Bonaparte only slept for 3 hours every single day, but I'm not going to tell you this is the key to his military capability, wild ambition, or the key to become a king. I just want to tell you that's why he's notoriously short. Today I want to persuade you to sleep early. I present 2 reasons and some action and the benefit that will follow if you just adopt my proposal. Nowadays, sleeping problems have really become a hit because of the increasing pressure, various worries, and heavy workload. People find it. They gradually stay up late and find it difficult to assure an 8-hour sleep. People suffer from sleeping problems which do harm to their bodies, their spirits, and careers. The first reason that I want you to sleep early is staying up late is bad for health. Staying up late can do harm to your skin, to your organs, and even increase the risk of catching some illness. My support for this is according to the research of 2013. Lack of sleep, which is considered to be fewer than 8 hours, will definitely lead to adiposity and will dramatically increase the risk of heart attack, diabetes, and even increase the death rate of all the diseases. And actually, I feel shocked about this issue. I feel shocked about this issue when I just hear that, because I've studied overnight for several times before my final exams, and actually it sucks and it just makes me disgusted, but I've never imagined it can do harm to my body in such many aspects. The second reason that I want you to sleep early is staying up late can affect your mood, stifle your passion, and really destroy your spirits. My support for this is according to the psychological study. Lack of sleep can bring testiness, depression, and even mental breakdown as long as it is serious enough. Actually, I feel sympathetic with the result of research, because every time I stay up late to do some final or every time I suffer from lack of sleep for several days, I will feel quite boring about. I will feel bored about everything, and it's easy for me to become angry. And it's also pretty easy for me to quarrel with others. For example, just this year, once I've stayed up late until 3 o'clock in the midnight and to prepare for my final exam, and I just have the exam at 8 o'clock, and after finishing the exam, I just went to the downtown to attend the date with my girlfriend, and oh, come on. But the whole process is just a kind of torture, because I feel that the meal is quite boring and it's disgusting, and actually it's just a nightmare. So I strongly recommend that you should stay up early. And third, I want to propose some concrete actions that you might take. First, you should throw away your phone during the daytime. Phone using on the bed really keeps you excited and will just decreases your secretion of melatonin. Second, you should try to do some sports during the daytime, because physical tiredness is always the best sleeping pills. Third, you should do your work more efficiently during the daytime, which assures there's no need for you to stay up late. And when you have performed all this, I think your healthy biological clock will be formed, and it will become easier and easier for you to follow the healthy timetable, and you will become healthier and happier, and you'll work more efficiently. In summary, I have shown you 2 reasons why you should sleep early, and some actions you might take, and some benefits you will get as long as you follow this course of action. And I firmly believe there should be no doubt in this room you should sleep early. And I think as long as you consist this kind of habit, you will do better in your career and do everything more efficiently, and you will just become a taller, healthier, and happier Napoleon. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you. A taller one, no less. Thank you. Okay, where are we?
Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
So I really liked your introduction. I thought it really got our attention because we didn't really know where we were going with that. Like Napoleon, why is he so important? So it was good. And I liked your personal stories that you really try to put your emotions into it about your girlfriend and stuff. So it's good.
Yeah, thanks.
Improvement.
I'm Alejandra.
Hi, Alejandra.
I think you did really well. I guess I would have liked it to be more conversational and like talking to that audience, but other than that.
Okay, what do you think about her comment? Can you be more conversational? Or were you more conversational?
Actually, I think
more than usual, or what do you think of her?
Yeah, I think I need more statistics from the research to support my point of view, because I think my personal story can just express my emotions, so I have to use examples and statistics from research. And that's why maybe I just make this pitch, not that conversation.
Okay. Let's talk about the structure of your speech. You started with Napoleon and gave us a preview, and you gave us a significant statement that's basically said that people are sleep deprived. My trouble with, and this is just a language problem, with your message was, you said, I want to persuade you to sleep early. And I think we all knew what you meant. Does sleep early mean I go to bed at 6 o'clock at night? Or does it mean I get 8 hours of sleep? Or what does it mean, sleep early?
I think sleep early because because all of us have to attend the class in the morning, so I think
We do?
maybe I have to.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
whereas maybe you meant to say you should all get a good night's sleep or get 8 hours of sleep or whatever Dr. Dement at Stanford, I noticed you quoted, he says 7 to 9. So maybe more specificity would have been helpful. Because sleep early, not everyone's going to go to bed at 6 o'clock or 7 or 8 or 9. On your citing of your statistics, I thought they were pretty good, and you quoted the date, and that was good. Down here on your psychological study, though, you broke down and you didn't say what psychological study, from where, when, and how.
Yeah,
and,
just writing the references because I think if I include
Yes.
my speech will be a little bit confusing.
Yes, and the lesson that I was trying to teach you in oral communication is Logan over here can't read your bibliography and know where this psychological study came from. She'd like to know, and the date of it, so it would ring a bell, right? Yeah. I thought your actions were okay. I agree with this phone thing, and your benefits were good. And where were your goals? Are they back here? Are these your goals?
Actually, it just appears in the worksheet. I think.
On the worksheet. There they are. Okay.
Yeah.
So you wanted to be within time. You wanted to be fluent, and you wanted to move correctly. How'd it go?
Actually, I think I did not do that well in the fluency because I think I didn't prepare pretty well, and maybe I need more practice. I think the movement. Actually, I think I moved pretty less than the last 2 times, and I think it can be called the suitable movement, and I keep the contact. But I think maybe I wave my hands too much.
Yeah. Well, you know what to do about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tai Chi. So you know what your hands are doing when you're speaking if you think you're waving them too much.
Yeah.
Okay, you did a nice job. Thank you. How many more do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we don't have time today. We'll pick it up next Wednesday. Remember, your papers are due. Your name and your page number and name should be on every page. And there's no class Monday. It's a holiday. Labor Day. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Dad, you done with work?
6.
Text me.
Is there any chance I can go first on Wednesday?
Free country.
Oh, yay.
People are dying in Iraq, so you have freedom and liberty.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.